take one. No. So, honestly,
actually, technically, this would be take 3 because 2 lives and then the podcast, right?
By the way, both of those were kind of failed, miserable lives because people were like, I didn't even get the notification until after it was over.
Well, the thing is you got to think of it as any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they're talking about you, they're still mentioning you out there, and people are like, who are they talking about? Why?
Well, I can tell you right now, I have played some shows where I have stopped in the middle of a song because I started at the wrong pitch. You know what I mean? And I didn't catch it until I was like at the chorus, and I was like, I can't hit this next note. So I just stopped, and I'm like, all right. And I moved to the next song.
Yeah, like, you know what? I don't like this one anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad y'all were digging it, but let's switch over.
I mean, there's nothing really I can do about that.
Well,
because I'm not going to start, like, trying to hit this note and just sound like a dying cat. You know what I mean?
He said, I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I'm not Prince. I can't.
Yeah.
I
can't hit those high notes. I got nuts.
My
I can't hit them high notes.
garbage.
Yeah. I believe that. I can't sing at all. And luckily, though, 90% of us out here, I think, are tone deaf. Like, we can't tell. We know when somebody sounds good and they're singing good, but I can't tell whenever the pitch... I can tell when the pitch changed, but I would never know unless you said, like you were singing, you went to belt it out, and all of a sudden there was that...
Yep.
In there.
That crack. Yep.
So...
I can tell that, but that's for years and years and years and years and years and years.
But, what was I going to say? So you went from a diagonal tour, you were saying, from Washington to Florida.
Yeah, well, we started in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And then we went to Missouri first and played at Lake of the Ozarks. The Larry's on the Lake. It's a pretty cool little venue. It's the whole entire stage is floating.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of intense when the big boats like pull up and stuff because like the stage like starts rocking back and forth. But I don't know, it was pretty cool. But that was our first stop was Larry's on the Lake, and then
that's a way to start off a tour for real.
I love it.
That'd be cool as all get out.
We played there quite a few times. I like that place. I like going out there. It's a good time. Obviously, it's winter time. You can't go out there now, but
no, it would not be a good time.
No,
it'd be cold.
Yeah, our last show we played there was pretty cold actually.
Yeah. I bet. Boy, find out if anybody on the band had motion sickness with a quickness or not, and be sitting there just drummer going, and all of a sudden, that's something we'd find out. Like she would be screwed. Boats, anything.
Well, luckily,
like
luckily, if you do kind of get motion sick, because I got a little queasy when I first got out there, but I don't know. After a while, it wasn't too bad because it's not like a boat. It's not constantly rocking like that. But when the big waves come in, that's when it starts rocking.
Like, woo!
Yeah, it was pretty stable most of the time.
Heck yeah! But just where you started.
Yeah, we went to Missouri and then we went up to Hays, Kansas, and played there. And we went from Hays, Kansas. Man, I need a map. I can't even remember all the places we played. We were getting shows booked while we were going, so it just continued in each state.
So it kind of just grew, like you were for sure here, and then next thing you know is boop.
Well, actually, it started out we are for sure in Washington.
Oh.
We were playing a show in Washington.
Yeah.
That was what we knew. So on the way there, we were just booking shows all along the way there. So it turned into a tour. It was crazy. Like, I've never done anything like that before.
So how was your tour? Well, I didn't intend to go on tour. How do you accidentally go on tour? Well, that's how.
Yeah, that's exactly how.
We were going to do one show, and we were like, they said, we'll play a few gigs, and the next thing you know, people heard, and the word just boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty crazy. It turned out pretty good. And then when we came back to Oklahoma, we stayed for, a week? If that, probably a week, and then we took off to Florida, and we played in Missouri again, a couple places in Missouri, and then we went down through Louisiana and Mississippi and all the way to Florida and played for a gentleman that needed us for his wedding. It was He was a pretty
That's cool.
interesting fellow. He was a professional football player, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, heck yeah.
He got to play at Tiger Woods golf course. And
That'd be cool. So it's got to, I mean, it's got to be feel good because most of the marketing for what turned out to be, it seemed like just one show turned out to be a small tour, like you were saying, that ended up taking you literally across the entire country and then back home and then the other way.
Yep.
So, like, the whole marketing for that was pretty much word of mouth after you was playing in different places and then people calling ahead of time, right?
Yeah, it was, I guess, people following us on social media because we pretty much tried to keep everything updated on our social media during this time, and would do like morning videos, be like day 4, we're headed to such and such. Hopefully we get there in time. You know what I mean?
That's cool, kind of like a road vlog along the
Yeah,
way. That's
it
cool.
was pretty neat. We had a good time. It was a really good time.
It's got to be. I mean, that's got to feel good though too, because a lot of people, there's a lot of people out there that are chasing music dream, and there's a lot of talented artists out there that can't seem to get stuff just lined up to where that happens. So it's got to make you feel good to know that just bam, bam, bam. Like it's got to be kind of reassuring a little bit, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. And plus, I mean, I was traveling with some pretty talented artists as well. Cody is a nationwide fiddle player.
Yeah.
Like he just won the, I think, state championship 2023 fiddle player.
That'd be cool as hell.
I mean,
So
yeah,
he
he's
could do like the devil went down to Georgia.
Oh
like
yeah,
nothing for him.
like it's nothing.
That'd be cool as
he is
shit.
very talented. And then I'm Casey West was with me as well. It started out going up to one state, and then like I said, it turned out to all kinds of different states, and we got to see mountains on fire in Montana. And
That's what I was about to say. I remember when we did the live earlier. That's what I was like, what is one of the coolest things you've seen while you was on the road? And that's what he was like. He was like, I know it wasn't good for the people who were there, and it was a bad deal, but as far as cool to see, that was like step outside from where you were playing, and then just the whole mountainside is just flames.
Yep.
That's got to be like I said, it'd be like seeing the aurora borealis. At least you can go there and see that every time. Seeing something like that is legit something you may never see again. So that's got to be really cool.
And they said that it was actually way bigger than it normally is, because I guess up there it's normal for them to have forest fires all the time.
Yeah,
because it's so dry and I don't know, but because everybody was acting normal even though they were evacuating like towns. And stuff.
Nobody was super panicked.
Yeah, they were like, it's fine, it's happening all the time. But they're like, this fire is quite a bit bigger than usual fires, so they were closing off highways and stuff, and we had to find our way to get out of there because they were closing everything down. We're like, oh god.
The last thing you want to do is get trapped inside there. Like I can see that. So, what would you say is one of like the biggest hurdles so far you've come across, just in general, as far as music wise? Because I know, like you said, there's 20 million things that could go one way or another. What seems to be like this? I know we were talking about like traveling. You're about to do some different things like that, so you can travel more efficiently. I guess.
Well, cheaper.
Because the hotel cost out there has got to be. You almost have to have a record deal to afford hotels.
Well,
there's $70 here for just the one that you might not want to stay in.
100%.
So I couldn't imagine up in BFE, Kansas.
Well, luckily, some of our places, like our venues that we do book, they usually assist us with hotels. They'll pay for a hotel for us.
That's what's up.
But the in-betweens,
He said, but the
in-between shows, on the way to the shows, we have to pay for our own hotels. We have to pay for our own gas, all that stuff. So a lot of people don't understand that, it's not all luxury. Just because we're playing everywhere doesn't mean that we're filthy rich.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me before we started recording earlier. It was like people see that, they're here, they're there, they're thinking, he's making bank. Mm-hmm. But really, I'm making enough that collectively me and the other two artists can put together to get in the gas tank and then, make it to the next spot.
Yep. And that's not including like paying for maintenance on the vehicles that take us there. We got parts that break on the vehicle. Yeah. We were headed to a show in Divide, Colorado, and 5 minutes before we got there, we were 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
The van just quit working. Yeah, so we were on the side of the highway, 5 minutes away, and we've got to be on stage in like 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah. But you still have to be there ahead of time to get the equipment set up, check in, see how things going.
So things happen.
Yeah,
but it makes it an adventure because you meet you meet friendly people. I mean, sometimes they're not friendly, but most of the time they were friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the gentleman that helped us with our van, he fixed it for free.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Good
Send
Samaritans
us on
like
our
that,
way.
for real. You told me earlier, I heard you get to meet a couple, you have a specific Mexican group, a Hispanic group that sings and stuff. You got to meet them. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I listen to a lot of Hispanic music. I don't know why, I can't understand it.
He
But
said, I don't know what they're
it's
saying,
just
but
upbeat,
the rhythm.
you know?
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, it makes you, I don't know, it puts you in a good mood or
I
something.
think say I don't even the sad songs somehow
Mhm.
kind of make you. I don't know what he's sad. I can tell by the long drawn out certain words, but it's still got enough beat and rhythm that he's still finding happiness at the end of whatever's going on.
Maybe they know the key. You know, you're always smiling, you're always in a good mood. It
Something.
keeps you in a good mindset.
And that's a real big deal. I didn't think about that a long time ago. Is you can speak things into existence. I've always heard that
100%.
the tongue's mightier than the sword, and because you can't take back what you're saying, different stuff, but then you can really speak things into existence. You might not be able to say, I'm going to have $1 million on this table tomorrow, 20 days in a row, and it happened. But you're going to do things to start making that happen, possibly just by changing your mindset. I think that's pretty cool.
Manifestation.
Something else I was going to ask you about is, which I know I asked you earlier if you'd sing for us in a minute or perform. Is there a specific song, maybe not the ones that you're playing, but is there a specific song that you just like to have fun whenever there's nobody watching and play?
Like my favorite one to just jam to?
Yeah, just to sit around and just get it.
Honestly, when I'm sitting at home jamming, I play a lot of backing tracks.
Okay.
It's just like in the key of B minor or something like that, and I just mess around while I'm
Okay.
playing. But I like to play a lot of old school stuff when I'm just jamming by myself. Conway Twitty, Merle Haggard,
Oh, yeah.
Hank Sr.
So, I don't know a lot yet about you, and I'm sure there'll be more coming out in the future as stuff goes on and you just continue to grow. But, like, where are you from?
Man, I'm originally from Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Yep, it
Yeah.
used to be the capital.
I listened to the song that one of the songs that you sent on YouTube. That one about it all started
Yep.
in Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Yep. That's the only song that I have out right now. I believe. I don't think I have any put out there yet. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm working on as well, is writing more stuff.
Heck yeah, well that one was a good one. I jammed it on the way here.
I appreciate it.
No worries. I seen that. There's something I was going to ask you about. What all have you, like, I know before in different stuff we've talked, and you've done a little bit of everything. Like, I've popped off, I was like, man, you need to be on America's Got Talent, you know, and stuff like that. Like, you've got to do all sorts of crazy stuff that most people would never even think about attempting.
Well, it goes back to what you were talking about manifestation. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you just sit around and talk about wanting to do things, nothing's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you
I
force
believe that.
yourself to go out, because I'm telling you right now, I have horrible anxiety.
Yeah.
If I'm at my shows, if I'm around a whole bunch of people I don't know,
Yeah. I can see that.
I like go up into the green room. You know what I mean? Because I start getting real bad anxious. You know, I can't handle it. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I gotta
Sometimes you just have to just
like,
buckle
come
through
on,
and go
do
through
it. Yeah, and that's
Okay.
how I've ended up doing all this crazy random stuff. Because I'm like, you know, today I want to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go do it.
I heard a saying forever ago, and then I seen it in a movie as well later, so I know it's got to be a good one. It says all it takes is 10 seconds of insane courage, and it'll change your whole life. Just in every situation, just certain situations, just 10 seconds of insane courage can change your whole life. So I believe that. What would be something, you know, like, because I'm sure you've had to overcome all sorts of stuff around and break down each and every one of them and stuff, like you said, anxiety being a big one. What would be something that, you know, that gets, like, you enjoy the most about getting to do this so far?
I like how people react to it. I like being able to like change people's emotions. Like, say if someone is having a really hard day, you know, say they lost an animal, or I mean, nothing specific, just something.
Just having a rough
They're
day.
having a rough day, and say they happen to hear the songs I'm singing, or they hear me jamming in a bar somewhere, and it they're like, man, this sounds. I'm digging this. This is a good
Yeah.
tune, you know. And they get up and they dance, or they, you know, and it puts a smile.
Ding dong. So, that's the sound of Green Street. Speaking of which, shout out to Green Street, man, for hosting me and making everything I do possible. They also have like the best medicine around. Come check them out. 301 South Main. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. The selection is like, I want some of that. Or do I kind of need that.
And they got $100 ounces.
Man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the price is $5 grams out the door. Like that's my favorite part. Out the door pricing. And the jars change so much you don't get like stagnant stale products. I love it. Shout out to Mike Jagello and the whole Green Street team and family. Speaking of shout out to people, we were talking about how you know, one of the best parts of it for you is how, you know, seeing the impact your music has on people to make them go from being like, screw my life, to, all right, he's getting it, just kind of jamming out. Yeah. I asked you earlier if you would you want to play a song for us?
Yeah,
I know it's kind of,
yeah, absolutely.
Might be even more relaxing for you to be able to talk with the guitar and they're more used to it these days since you've been jamming the whole lot. While you're getting ready to do that, what was some of the craziest, like, what was some of the coolest things that being able to sing? Because I would love to sing, but I'm one of those people that I'm gonna have to have somebody like Manny auto-tune the whole thing and can never do a live show. Versus you have you have anxiety, you said, but you have the gumption to sit out here and then like sing and put yourself out there, because that's vulnerable. Like
it is.
And like,
it's intense sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, like, and I can tell like you're one of those people like you don't like to be vulnerable, but every time you strap up with the guitar, you're putting yourself out there.
Well, this is how musicians express themselves. I have a horrible time expressing myself. I am not a very forward person when it comes to my emotions.
Yeah.
So this is how I do that. This is how I express my emotions. This is how I put my feelings out for other people to see.
Heck yeah. Like I said, and it'd be a lot easier than sitting there and just talking to people about it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
He said, yeah, no, it's not happening. Yeah. All right, I'm going to shut up and let you do your thing. What are you going to do for us?
I'm going to do a Coulter Wall song. I'm a big fan of Coulter Wall. He's like the modern day Johnny Cash, I think.
All right.
He's a pretty talented fella. But
I'm telling you, if you're watching this right now, you are not prepared for what's about to happen. You're going to be like me and be like, how is he not like uber famous yet? Well, I mean, think about it like this. Jelly Roll has been like underground famous for a long time, and they're just now waking up to him. So, like, it's coming.
Well, I hope so. That'd be cool.
Oh.
Reverend, please come quick. I got something to admit. I met a man out in the sticks, good old miss. Drove a Series 10 Cadillac, wore a cigar on his lips. Well, don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? I saw him driving down the interstate in early July. White as a cotton field, sharp as a knife. I heard him howling as he passed me by. He said, I know you, young man. I know you by the state of your hand. Six-string picker, just as I am. Let me learn you something, turn to make all the girls dance. Well, don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? I saw him driving 60 down early July. White as a cotton field, sharp as a knife. I heard him howling as he passed me by. lesson has a price, no sweet price. Sweet soul everlasting, very own eternal life. Well, don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? I saw him driving down 61 in early July. White as a cotton field, sharp as a knife. Heard him howling as he passed me by.
Heck no, if I sang, I wouldn't let you cover my song. You sing better than them. You know it.
Oh, don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? I saw him driving down to 61 in early July. White as a cotton field and sharp as a knife. I heard him howling as he passed me by.
Hell yeah, for real. That's what's up. Like, I'm not playing. If I could sing, I would be like, hey, don't do a cover of my song, bro. Because you sing it better than some of them. Not just saying, like, woo!
I appreciate that, man.
That's crazy. It does. It gives you goosebumps.
I had a gentleman, I sang his song 68, I believe, Nolan Taylor.
Oh,
and I
shit.
posted it on the internet. And this is like the crazy things that happen sometimes. I posted it on the internet, and he commented on it.
Oh, heck
And he was like, wow, that was amazing. I was like, this is a trolling account.
It's gotta
This is
be.
this is not really the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turns out it really was, and I talk to him quite often now, actually.
Heck yeah, see? So, and that right there could open all sorts of doors for you. Like,
Yeah, but I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, I can't. That's a God-given talent. So many people try to sing, and they need, like I said, all sorts of studio enhancement. Like you said, you're still working on figuring out the studio enhancement. So until then, just screw it. Just raw talent. That's what a lot of people don't get is, like, you hear people that perform, or you hear them on the radio, or you hear them singing on their CDs, and you're like, yeah, they're awesome. And then you hear them in person, and you're like, okay, well, at least she wasn't lip syncing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do lip sync.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
I don't know. That's a skill in itself.
Could
but
you
it's also
imagine if
like,
your CD skipped or something? Oh, they don't use CDs anymore.
I
I'm
think
old
so.
school. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, wait, no, listen,
Never
Britney
mind.
Spears and them, I think somebody got caught doing that. So they try to get away from that. I think that's why they went digital with everything.
Yeah, true
But
that.
no. Heck yeah. That's what's up.
True that.
Do you have another one? Like,
I mean,
you listen to him sing like all the time, don't you? So like,
Yeah,
I know how you
yeah,
like.
I play for her all the time.
Ladies, in case you don't know, he is very much taken.
Yeah,
and she looks
absolutely.
like she could whoop a grown man, so you don't want to try it. I'm just saying, she keeps him in line. So just remember, and he don't look like that would be an easy chore at all.
Well, I'm pretty wild. I can be.
See, there you go.
I can do some
Well, I mean, and like,
Tim Gooden. You know who Tim Gooden is? You
I
ever
have
heard of
no
Tim
clue.
Gooden? He's an up and coming artist. I believe he's from Kentucky.
one thing I wanted to say, I guarantee what I would love a reaction, because I'm trying to do more reactions on different stuff, and like I'm definitely gonna do some more to your stuff. I'm still part of that for a reaction, but like, whenever you go into a bar to perform and they see you walk in and stuff, different people, and they're talking to you and stuff, because you are tatted out and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
like
pretty well
obviously
covered.
you can't hide it. My deal is whenever they I know a lot of people probably prejudge you when they walk in, like and then they hear you open your mouth and sing, like that's insane. Like that's one thing I think is really cool that you're doing. You don't even realize is like. Because that's still a big stigma, is being tatted this and that, and it's, they're yada yada. No,
Yeah.
look, that's something you're doing that's cool as shit that I don't guarantee you probably didn't even think about. Like, you're
I like
breaking barriers
messing
on
with
that.
people.
He's not like to mess
Honestly,
with people.
Yeah, I like to get up on stage and like everybody's already, because we play a lot of country places. Cause
Yeah.
I play country music.
Yeah,
So we play a lot of rodeos
yeah,
and stockyards and things like that. You know, we play a lot in Texas.
yeah.
It's cowboy heaven down there. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
That's what it is.
And they see me and I'm wearing Wranglers and cowboy boots and cowboy hat. Usually I'm wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I get up there and everybody's already real quiet as soon as I get up there. So I'm like, I hope you guys like heavy metal music. And they're all like, oh no.
Yeah,
They're
I bet you they do.
I'm probably going to have to leave on this part. But then I start singing and everybody crowds around and it's cool. It's cool. like beating the stereotype.
That's what I was saying. I think that's got to be cool as shit too. Because like I said, the first time, like I knew you could sing good. Obviously, I could tell because one, you were brave enough to come up and do it in general. Whenever you came up that one time with Cody and different stuff, and I was like, I knew you could sing good then. But like I said, I was one of those people. I was like, I wonder what kind of music he's about to do.
Speaking of Cody, he hit me up the other day. He was talking about maybe doing some combination
That'd
music
be good.
together, some collaboration. So.
Oh yeah, I know he's got some big things planned for this year.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see some of those. I know he's got more songs coming out.
Heck yeah.
That's gonna be.
It's always good to see somebody that you know
Oh,
making
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? You're like, heck yeah, man. You're following your dream.
That's what like.
Get it to it.
It's hard, and like y'all picked up not an easy thing. There ain't no trade school for this. I mean, you can learn how to play the guitar. You can learn to sing,
Yeah,
but
you can't
unless
learn to
you
feel it.
can sing, unless you got that, like you said, that feeling, like it's not there. Because you can tell somebody that's up there singing, and then somebody that's feeling the music. Like you can just tell the difference, and like you can tell you get into it, and that's what makes a good singer. Is that raw talent a lot of people don't got. Can't buy that.
I definitely enjoy it.
I'm ready to hear this one. I don't know who he is, but I'm about to hear your version of it. So.
Well, this guy.
I'm gonna listen to him after you, so we'll see how this works out.
All right.
That's gonna be
His name
cool
is
shit.
Tim Gooden, and the song is called "Pills and Poverty." I think it reminds me a lot of my hometown.
A lot of people can relate to those.
Well, I'm home the first time in years. There ain't a thing left for me here. This town ain't nothing like it used to be. Taken over by pills and poverty. Walking around, well, it seems so strange. Don't know the faces, but I know the names. Hollowed out from what they used to be, taken over by pills and poverty. Jobs moved out and the drugs moved in. It'll never be the same as when I was a kid. It's hard to face the sad sights I've seen, taken over by pills and poverty. Town's cleaned up, it gives a good impression, but the hills are full of hard-earned lessons. Stick around, oh, and you will see it all is lost to pills and poverty.
Heck yeah, man. That's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'd be bugging you if I was sitting here and we're having a smoke session. I'd be like, so most people ask you bring your own dabs. To you, I'd be like, you bring the guitar? Like that.
I'm down, man.
That's cool
I
as
like
shit,
jamming
like-
and hanging out. It's cool, especially like if we could get more people in here.
Oh yeah, we need to have
jamming
a-
with us.
I'd love to like. I'm gonna talk to Mike. We can't talk to Mike. Well, I think it'd be cool as heck to see, like you said, you just was on tour with those other two artists and stuff. It'd be nice to do just a little jam session or something every so often down here, like a private deal like that. They would love it. I promise you. I'm sitting here loving it. If cool. Not, I'm gonna call. I'll just come hang out. I got some weed. Yeah. Hang out. Heck yeah. No, for real though. So by the way, he blew my mind with the dot card. I didn't think they worked like that. You see them, and I'm like, oh, but that's really cool as heck.
And it's more than just a card, too. They give you these little sticky round things. I used to have one on my phone. Do you still have one on your phone? It's the same exact thing. You can tap your phone to her phone. You see that?
Oh, that's cool.
You can tap your phone to her phone, and it's the same as that card. It pulls it up on someone else's phone.
Oh, that's pretty damn. And then
it's like $23, and they send you a card and 2 of those dots.
That's what's up. That'd work too.
And the website's free.
Dude, that's a winner right there, for real. So that's a cool deal. One of the things I was gonna say, if somebody was wanting to reach out and book a show with you or whatever, what's the easiest way? Is it through the email or?
Email or Facebook page.
Facebook page.
The Facebook page, I will probably check first. I'm trying to get used to this whole
just having people just having to respond and then.
Well, I mean that and being on the internet. I try to not do that.
So I try to avoid the drama box and everything that's on there. I don't blame you. Like, there's not a whole lot of good news if you just click on. It's like Facebook, TikTok, and all them. They want to bring you the messed up stuff right out the gate first.
Well, even if it was good news, the way that I see it, I'd rather be making my own good news.
That's what's up. That's a good mindset. See, that's what we need to talk about. There's a whole lot to you that does not meet the eye that I think that people are going to find out real soon. Like, I think, I for real think you're going to blow up. Like, I don't know how you
that would be cool.
Do what you do like this. Just imagine, like you said, when you get everything figured out already, like, I don't think you need that stuff. Yeah, he was showing me on this, like most people to get their music mixed and stuff and produced, there's different apps, like they use different stuff that you can adjust this, that. You don't got to change nothing. We just need to get maybe a good microphone and then just hit the record. And I think you could probably get away with your raw edits like Upchurch did in the beginning with his stuff before he started having them produce it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in the studio before and they're like, you had to learn to play to a metronome and like all that stuff. And I'm like, man, I've never done any of this stuff. Like, I can't keep on track or any of that.
I just want to play my song and y'all record
exactly. I just want to sing and you guys do the rest of it.
Yeah, like I just want to come in here and sing in this thing and you fix it.
Put me on a CD.
That's what's up. That'd be cool. There's a lot of stuff that people don't know going into making music that I would have never known.
100%.
And just learning from talking to people and then talking to you, like the different stuff that goes into it. You can't just walk in, hey, here's my so-and-so, and then step up like you see Dax and all them doing on the deal, just walk in there and start singing or rapping into something. And somebody's like, all right, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
You're done.
Mm-hmm.
No. One thing I definitely wanted to ask you, though, is obviously you said you're available for booking right now. That's what's up. And one thing I was going to ask you is if you could do one thing, like who could you meet one person in the music industry? Sorry, sobriety's getting to me. I'm usually medicated right now. If you could meet one person in the music industry, legendary, like older music, country music, or whatever genre, and somebody that you hear right now on the radio or you watch on YouTube, maybe not the radio.
That's easy.
All right, what are the two?
Willie Nelson.
Well, yeah. And then who's the other one?
Well,
are you related to Willie Nelson? I mean,
I don't know. My last name's Nelson.
He's I smoke weed and I sing really. That's what I was about to say. You sing really good. You smoke weed and your last name's Nelson. That's enough for an ancestry DNA test or something for me.
I thought about it. Maybe I should. What if that comes back?
What if that came back to where he really was his long lost, like great cousin, nephew, whatever it would be? Like, hey, Uncle Willie!
Have you heard his kids sing?
No.
Oh man, you're missing it.
I'm gonna check that out.
Oh man, his kids are amazing.
That's insane. Like, and he's still singing. I don't even know how old he is now. He's
definitely
90... late. I was about to say 80s, late 80s.
He's 91, I think. I think he just turned 91 not too long ago.
It's a proof that smoking enough cannabis, you'll live forever. No.
I mean...
No. But so check it out on the Facebook, and then hopefully I edit this the right way, and it'll pop up, bam, somewhere right here. And
Right.
if it doesn't,
Right there.
yeah, right there. And if
All
it
right,
doesn't, then there'll be a link in the comments, the description, and I will make sure you know how to get a hold of him for booking, find his music, and one last question. There's so many more I could sit and ask for hours. But who's your favorite artist to cover? I'm sure, like I said, you do a lot of different ones, but which one do you feel like or is there a specific song that like
Probably Merle Haggard.
that should have been me? Like,
No,
no,
I can't take credit for other people's
no,
stuff.
like not
because
percent,
I
like no, I'm
know-
talking about like that, like that was my life, like that verb, like bam.
Well, I mean, everybody should feel that way with music. That's why you listen to music, because you connect to that certain thing. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I like a lot of the old outlaw music, but I feel like if I would have lived back then, I probably wouldn't have been that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that.
So I don't know. I like to listen to a lot of old outlaw stuff and Merle Haggard stuff, though.
That's what's up. And you're right. A lot of people, like you said, like you don't know, but a lot of people ask that question, but not very many of them answer it like this. I'm like, oh, it wouldn't be this guy. That should have been my song instantly. And I'm like, oh, I'm just wondering which one.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right. Well, I can't wait to chop it up with you again and smoke. And for now, man, if y'all didn't know, thank you to him for being here for real. Because from the time he got here to the time it just stopped, I've kind of dropped the ball a couple times, but we're working and we're learning here. Shout out to Green Street for making it possible and letting all this happen. And for real, thanks for coming and doing all this. 'Cause I know you're busy in general, and I can't wait to see what all you got going on this year.
I got merch coming out, too.
What?
Yeah, I do.
What we got coming out?
I got hoodies coming out. I got T-shirts coming out.
Oh man, look, y'all will see it soon. Don't worry, I'll be
working on
buying one. Heck yeah, that's what's up. So big things coming. What else? Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I mean, I appreciate you inviting me up here. It's always a good time up here. It's always very welcoming. Everybody's cool up here.
Heck yeah.
I can't wait to see you further your podcast and see it get bigger and bigger. It's gonna be cool.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my darndest.
Well, heck yeah.
I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, love, peace, and chicken grease, y'all. Have a good one.